Hey, bros, let's go study in my home.
Let's go, bro.
Let's go. My brother. Yes!
Okay.
Before we go inside, we should take our shoes first.
Okay, bro. Wow! Your ass is...
2,000 years later. 6.5 hours later. A few inches later. Day 2, Day 3, Day 4. A few moments later. 1 eternity later. 3 days later. 12 seconds later. 3:28 a.m. 3 weeks later. Many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. Eventually. 12 o'clock midnight. 2 hours later. Meanwhile. 8:01 p.m. the next day. Later. 20 minutes later. 6 hours later. Several bad puns later.
Why are you so noisy? We're having trouble with this part. Because I understand it.
Oh, that's quite easy. Is that the trigonometry and science?
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. One. So we put the one up here, and square root it. A 2 under. Now, what is the square root of 1? The square root of 1 is of course 1. If you want to simplify it, just get the square root of that exact number. After you get the square root, you can then after that, you just get 1. Then after that, you can try and find it. You can simplify the fraction even more. So, it would go to 1 over 2 or 1/2. Can you simplify that even more?
1/2?
Yes.
No, we cannot add.
Okay, that is correct because there's no other factors of 1 and 2 other than 1. Now, for cosine, it's just the same as sine, except the one you're counting are the ones up, the fingers above the one pulled back. For example, in here, you need to count 6 fingers. So, how much fingers are above the fingers you pulled back? 1. So now, you put it back on the top again and square root it, the fraction, turn it as a numerator. Now, of course, the denominator will be 2. Now, you need to try and simplify the number, the square root of 1. The simplified version of that is, of course, 1. Therefore, it will end up into 1/2 again. And of course, you can simplify that. Therefore, that's the final answer. Now, for tangent, let's use that 45 degrees as the example. Now, you pull it back and then turn your hand upside down. Now, you count the numbers on both sides. So, how many fingers are on the top? 2. And on the bottom? The ones on the bottom, you need to square root it and put it as a denominator in your fraction. While the one on the top as your numerator. And then, you try to simplify it by finding their common factors. But this one, square root of, it will eventually lead up to square root of 2 over square root of 2. Therefore, since they are the same numbers, you can just simplify them into 1 as number 1. Therefore, the tangent of 45 degrees is just 1.
So let's see what you've learned. So, I'll also be giving 3 random questions for you, for all of you to answer. Our first question is going to be, what is sin 0 degrees? Our second question, what is sin 60 degrees? And then our third question, what is tangent 45 degrees?